Hi everyone, so today I'll try out this Autoship that I just received. It's through HSN, basically meaning that it is not available quite yet because it's an Autoship. So again, when you get Autoship, it means that you ordered it, you know, the first iteration, then every couple months you're getting a new installment of these fun goodies. So I love clubs, I love Autoships, guys. They're just really fun, especially when you kind of forget about them and they just show up, right? So I will link what is available. I think the Brights, I think for this envelope Autoship, that's the only one I've seen there on HSN. Maybe Dime Press has some overstock, I'm not sure. That hardly ever happens. So I'll link what I can. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. I really appreciate the support, guys. So this happened to be a spring envelope set. So I already unboxed it in a different video, but we will look at it a little more closely, of course. Well, I guess I did show pretty much everything. I just didn't open it up to show you exactly each envelope color. But again, quickly, you know, you do have your inspo sheet or just, you know, detailing what's in the kit. So we have the stamps, the wax seals, the vanishing ink pen. This one comes with a black acrylic marker. You have 30 envelopes for 5x7 and 30, you know, A2 size envelopes. And on the back, they're telling you how you might want to use that. And I don't know why the last time I did the video I was like, what am I supposed to do with the 5x7? I understand it. I don't know why I was so mixed up, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. So I'll show you how to address both of them. Although I'll probably only make one envelope today. And I think I want to make it to go with this card, which I am just in love with it. This little guy is so adorable. If you haven't seen this video, it is my Spellbinders Happy Spring collection by Simon Hurley videos. So I did the background for you guys in one video, and then I came back and did the little bunny for the second video. And I'm sorry that I pause kind of often now because this camera, if it gets too much like information, it just freaks out. So it just does not save it to the SD card and it gets chewed up and it's gone. So I rather pause here and there than want to cry. All right, so we have the pens like I showed you guys. We talked about those. I will put those to the side for a moment. The wax seal looking stickers, these are really cool with that hollow look. Very cute. Happy Spring, sending hugs, sent with love. I mean, this can be everyday kinds of things. You have the little bunny, obviously that's a little more springy, Eastery. The stamp set, that is really lovely. Let me see if I can put something behind it. Oopsie. So you can see what's on there. So really cute with the little banners. Again, it says like Happy Spring or Happy Easter. You have the little string that it hangs from, little flowers, flower spray. I know it's very hard to see because it's very pastel. Bunny kisses, Easter wishes, the eggs, which are super cute, the grass, a little border, cute little bunny, one jumping, some bunny loves you, things like this. So we have all these cute things to play with. Decorate our envelopes. Of course, you have your stencil that helps you make your lines, and then we have the envelopes themselves. So there are really, really pretty colors. And, you know, this is great because a lot of times, you know, you have pattern paper or different things you're making your cards and, you know, we have white envelope, that's fine. You're going to find an envelope color in here that matches. Like, this is crazy. Like, every 3 envelopes, there's a new color. And if you can see that, I mean, even in these greens, there are several different tones. Like, this one's a little more lime, but a little more subdued. And then, like, a little different, more minty, and then this one has a little more teal, even though they're pastels, the lighter blue, purple, and then a pink that's different from these corals and peachy colors that we have up here. Okay, so I think, you know, I'm gonna go with pink. I'll go with this soft pink. Same thing with the 5x7s, but I will talk to you, even though I'm not gonna make one, I will talk to you about how to do your sizing on these, because I don't know why I got mixed up. So this whole thing is 5x7. There's a little ruler on here too. It helps you look at that. So when you have it sitting on your 5x7 envelope, that's basically how you're going to use it. You're going to take your vanishing ink pen. Again, there's friction on here that you can use to erase the ink, or you can use your heat tool to make it disappear. I just put lotion on my hands and now I can't open this. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's see what's going on. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. My hands were just slippery. I had to like wipe them really well. Okay, so again, this one, what you're gonna do is put it right on your 5x7 and then you make these lines, right? Okay, so the lines are gonna be pretty much here. And then you pick this up and then align the corner of your envelope with this inside corner, okay? This is the one for the A2, but you're gonna line it up with this inside corner and then go ahead and put your lines. And then when you pick it up, you have things set up where they need to be. Okay, so let's move this to the side. And we can do this part first and then maybe do some decorating. So this one, since it's A2, you're just lining it up with this border. So just simply placing it there. And there are, you know, 4 lines. If you want to put that top one so that you write within those lines, you know, whatever it is. If you want to do 1, 2, and 3, I usually do 1, 2, and 3 like these guys. So I'm going to take this and I'm still doing it kind of lightly because I don't know why I think it has to be light like that. And then you're just going to copy these guys too. So I'll start with the very top one. So in this one, I skipped the top one, but for this one, I think that's what I want. Okay. So I'll put my P.O. box just because that's public info. I have it in the description box all the time, and then we'll decorate from there. But on this pen, you have a fine tip. And then you have like a felt tip, but it's also pretty fine, in my opinion. I can see this is still a little bit wet. I don't want to smear. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you're going to erase it anyway. And I have really bad penmanship, so let's see. Should we do this in cursive? I don't have bad penmanship, but when I go to write, I do. I don't know why. When I was in college, obviously you're taking notes, really, this is back in the day, so everything's notes. And then when I went to my work, I was doing a lot of reports and I would just sign my name. And like I said, even when I did my mortgage in this last house, they had to have somebody come out and verify that my squiggly signature was my name, and that's how I do it. And even my husband's, because this is like a bunch of, I don't know why we do. Mine is crazy and his is just like a bunch of loops. And so we had to verify, yes, that's what it says. Like, okay, and we had to do a whole signature, like this whole thing, right? Just because it looks weird. I don't know. Anyway, so now I'm concentrating. And P.O. box. And if you guys know, if you ever ordered from like, see, I did that backwards. If you ordered from my D-Stash, I send a card along and oh my gosh, I'm like, this is embarrassing. Anyway, 806. And San Marcos, California. I would have put that 4th line because sometimes I do like to put my zip like just down here, but I'm just gonna pretend it's over here. 920. What is it? I think that's what it is. It's different from the actual zip code from the city. And let's pretend I'm gonna send this to my mom. I think she would like that. And so I'm going to go old school and put Senora, but just SRA because why not? Ooh. That S looks kind of like an and. Sorry, I messed that one up. Okay. So, I'm not going to put her whole name. And her street address is her street address, so I'm just going to leave it like this for right now. I'm not going to put anything more about her. Sorry. And that's that. And then, let me see. I think this is dry. I should be able to, well, okay. So you can take, oh my gosh. You can take the actual, not this one, either one of these sides, and you can put the friction of it to delete your lines. Okay, guys? So if you don't have a heat tool, don't even worry about it. Hair dryer, that friction will remove them. Or you just hit it with a heat tool and, you know, I know it's loud, sorry. And they start disappearing. Hopefully you can see that. That's pretty quick, right? Compared to some of the other stuff. That's that. I can see them very, very faintly, so I might have to hit it again later, but for now, I think I'm good. I really want to use these little guys. See, to me, you would probably have to do it after it's closed up, but let's go ahead and set it up now. Let's do Happy and Easter. Now you can definitely put those things over here, right? You're gonna put your stamp, so I don't know, but if you want to just put it just anywhere, you can do that. I feel like they have to go one and then the other, no? And I'm gonna stamp this and just go for it, so it's a little scary. I just want to see where that's gonna end up being. Okay. Or I guess it could come from here, huh? Right here. Happy and then Easter. That might be cute. Okay. I'll be right back. And you know, I'm gonna go for it. So, oh my gosh, I had put some metallic stuff on this, and look at that. I think maybe one of these things should be able to clean it up. So for now, try and see if I can see through that. I'm not really gonna stick it down. Just using some VersaFine ink, and I'm just gonna go for it, guys. So there goes that. I might have touched the envelope lid a little bit, and then I'm gonna put another one on the other side. It doesn't have to be exactly even, but it would be nice if it was. Oh, of course, you know me. You know me. I'm gonna have ink somewhere where I don't want it. Okay, and let me clean up just a little bit, and we'll put our bunting. I'm gonna use the same, like this berry color, for both pieces, because I don't know, I just feel like that's what I should do. And I can definitely take one of these stickers. It doesn't have to be a seal, it can just be a sticker, and put it wherever I want. Maybe cover up that oopsie, but that's okay. All right, so happy. And I'm just eyeballing this. If you want to set it up, maybe I should put it in a stamp positioner, to be honest, because I have to do this maybe a couple times. But hopefully I'll just take it this time. Oh, cute. Okay. And again, there's my Easter. And I'm just going to, again, eyeball, trying to see that black line, where this might go to. Cute. That's very cute. Okay, that's the back of the envelope. And maybe over here, maybe we do a few, well, we have stencils too, guys. I mean, you can do all these different things, make a little scenery. Let me clean up, I'll be right back. Okay, maybe I go with a different, maybe let's do blue. I should have grabbed that already. Let's see, we have some teals here. I like these little bunnies, and they're so super cute, and I should bring out a smaller block. I always tell you guys, you know, a smaller block, you can control it better, but I'm gonna line these guys up together, and I'm just gonna stamp them across the bottom, and then just keep going. Like boom, boom, boom. Okay? So, I'm gonna do my best. I'm not really gonna be worried about how they line up or not, but maybe right across the bottom, huh? So maybe there? Okay. So these two little guys. Cute. And then do them again about the same spacing that I put them on here, right? And I'm just gonna go across the bottom. And think about if I have enough space for two more, it might go off the edge, and that's okay. He goes off the edge. Maybe what I'll do, because that drives me nuts a little bit, I should have brought it over a little bit, is maybe I'll leave one over here so you can barely see it, so it looks like it was more organic. There you go, see? Cute. And I really like the little bee also, so I'm gonna take this little guy. Just was wondering if I should do it in black ink, because black is so like stark, but I think it would be cute like right there, huh? Okay, I'll use black ink. And maybe you should go this way, yeah. Boop. Cute. And again, you can mix and match these things with whatever you have from the whole series, right? So if there's something else you want to bring up, you can definitely bring it out. The reason I'm saying that is because this one doesn't have a lot of like stamp areas, and some of the earlier ones do have like a cute little something you can put around your stamp, or if the stamp fits in there or however. So let me clean up. I'll be right back. Hey guys, so that is that for this one. I mean, super cute, just something quick. Again, I'll put the address in there, and my little card will be really cute, right? Well received, with that cuteness on the outside. And then when they open up, you know, some bunny loves you would be cute to have out here, because the little bunny on the inside, a little sneak peek to what's to come. But anyway, all right guys, well, I think this might be the last one, because I feel like we've, you know, if you're in the Autoship, I think that pretty much covers everything, right? We had the Halloween, like fall, we had the Valentine-y, we had the original. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And we had the Christmassy one. So I'm thinking that's it. All right, guys. Well, we'll see. Thanks for watching. Again, I'll link what might be available. And thanks again. I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.